Very good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the current affairs classes. And you must be looking at this. Happy New Year is written over here because we have completed 2024 current affairs and now we are going to start with 2025, right? So wishing you luck for the 2025 current affairs, that you remember all these facts. Let's begin with 1st January 2025. So today we are going to cover 1st Jan 2025 and then at the end, of course, the CA shorts, top 5 MCQs. I hope I'm clearly audible and the visuals are good. If anyone can please confirm. All right, let's begin with the news. So, first section, ESI Finance and Business category, we have a data shared by Labour and Employment Ministry. This is a data shared by Labour and Employment Ministry regarding employment generation in the economy. Okay, it says that the employment generation in the economy has witnessed a remarkable growth of 36%. Remember this figure, 36% during the last 10 years, because a longer period of time has been provided in this data. So that can be important, right? Remember, it is 36% for the period of last 10 years, 2014 to 2024. 2014 to 2024. Last 10 years के लिए it has been increased by 36%. That shows employment activities are being generated in the economy, which is a good sign, because if you have employment opportunities, then only you have income, people have income, and when people have income, you will be having demand in the economy. And all my students, you know very well that demand is the driver of economic growth, right? I keep on saying this constantly in the classes. So remember this 36%, this can be important. Also, employment opportunities in the agriculture sector grew by 19%. 15% in manufacturing sector and 36% in the services sector. So which sector is contributing to maximum employment generation? The services sector is the correct option. Okay, remember, maximum growth registered in services sector. Manufacturing and agriculture sector are also close. More growth is witnessed in the agriculture sector. This is quite different, right? Because agriculture sector was witnessing less of employment generation. There was something called as disguised unemployment in the agriculture sector, where you need 2 people to work on the farm, but then 3 people or 4 people are working over there, right? So this is the kind of information. Then unemployment rate has declined from 6% in 2017-18 to 3.2%. If employment is rising, then of course unemployment rate would be falling. So it has reduced from 6% to 3.2, almost half of it, right? Remember that. Another important fact which we have here is that 4 crore 70 lakh youth aged between 18 to 28 years, they have joined EPFO in the last 7 years. This can also be important. In last 7 years, 4 crore 70 lakh youth between 18 to 28 have joined EPFO. EPFO, you know, it is Employment Provident Fund Organization. EPFO join करने का मतलब क्या हुआ? That they will be now in the formal sector of the economy, right? They are part of the formal economy that which receives the social security benefits like EPFO provides you. So EPFO manages your provident fund, etc., right? So now they are in social security net and they are part of the formal economy, which has all the records, which provides social security benefits to the employees, etc. Yes, this current affairs class is sufficient for all the examinations, SBI PO as well. Next news is Ministry of Commerce and Industry has formed a working group to revise the base year for WPI from existing 2011-12 to 22-23. Okay. Now, this is very significant. Remember this, that they have created a group which will be giving recommendation for the revision of base year. Base year presently for WPI, wholesale price index, is 2011-12. This is something which you all remember as of now, right? They are trying to implement this, change this to 22-23. This is important, remember, it has not been implemented, but then the group has been created to recommend this. So, very important fact is who will be chairing this committee to revise the base year for WPI to 22-23. This would be chaired by Professor Ramesh Chand, member of Niti Aayog, one of the members of Niti Aayog. So, remember, Professor Ramesh Chand would be heading this committee. This can be important. Also, very important fact is they are trying to switch from WPI to something called PPI. This is a new development, very important. Remember this, producer price index ka concept. We are trying to shift from WPI to PPI. Why? First of all, maximum G20 countries, if you see, the most robust and powerful economies, G20 countries, they do not have WPI as a measure of the wholesale level or manufacturing products inflation, right? PPI is something which is adopted by them. So India wants to standardize its price index with that of the standards followed by G20 nations. So it will be in line with the international practices like followed by the G20 ones, as I have told you. PPI they are going to shift. Also base year they are going to change, and they are going to convert WPI into PPI. This is the new development, producer price index, where they will be revising the basket of WPI, whatever items it constitutes, because prices they keep on changing, consumer demand, consumer choices they keep on changing, on which goods or services consumers are recently spending, these kind of activities they are tracking. And as I told you, why do we do that? Because India is planning to have a significant transition from WPI to PPI, aligning itself with the G20 nations, or most of the G20 nations, they are also doing this. Okay, PPI will be key economic indicator. Let's see when it rolls out, when it will be rolled out. So we will have more details on PPI. As of now, nothing much in detail has been provided. The committee headed by Professor Ramesh Chand would be dealing with this. Okay, so whenever details are out about PPI, we will be discussing it. As of now, remember this much. Next news, the total goods and services tax, GST collections, they have grew 7.3% to over 1.77 lakh crores in December 2024. GST collections are continuously rising, you see, and I'm always telling you, editorial lectures, I really want to take the editorial classes, but due to some other responsibilities, it's becoming quite hectic. So I'll still try to figure out some time, some slot where I can take these classes. I'm constantly trying to have some time at least for the editorial lessons. Okay, so let's discuss this thing. GST collections are rising, and I'm constantly telling you that top 3 taxes are the sources of revenue for government coffers. Remember, GST, income tax, and CPT, corporate profit tax. Rank might change, but the top contributors as a tax revenue to the government coffers are these 3 taxes. Remember, corporate profit tax, income tax, and GST. Okay, they keep on changing in between, but they remain at top 3. So GST again has risen. Then next news is Abu Dhabi's sovereign wealth fund. Your Mubadala investment company. Okay, Mubadala investment company, which is Abu Dhabi's sovereign wealth fund, it has claimed the title of world's leading sovereign investor in 2024, deploying impressive $29.2 billion across 52 deals. Okay, so just remember this much fact, nothing else would be important, that this Mubadala investment company from Abu Dhabi has clinched this title of leading sovereign investors in 2024. This name can be important, right? So in sovereign investment is leading. I hope it is clear, everyone. So this was about ESI finance and business news. Now moving on to banking news. Regulatory may don't have anything significant. So we are moving to banking news. Banking news में very important fact, UPI has processed nearly 16.73 billion transactions, financial transactions in December 2024. So in the last month of 2024, UPI has processed how many? Remember, 16.73 billion financial transactions. UPI is very important for all the examinations which you are targeting. You cannot miss on this thing. So UPI ke bare mein, what you have to remember for all these examinations is these kind of figures, whatever new record has been set by UPI. First thing. Second thing, which all are the countries who have adopted UPI developed by NPCI? Tell me, anyone, quickly. At least tell me the number of countries, or if you remember the name of the countries which have adopted UPI. So these two information should be on your tongue, okay? Because these kind of questions they have asked. So remember, 16.73 billion financial transactions have happened. UPI has been developed by NPCI. Remember this fact as well, National Payments Corporation of India. Then moving on to national news. In national news, we have President Draupadi Murmu as the chief guest on the commemoration of Golden Jubilee celebration of NIMHANS, okay, NIMHANS in Bengaluru on 3rd January. What is this NIMHANS? This is National Institute of Mental Health and Neurosciences. National Institute of Mental Health and Neurosciences. This event has happened in Bangalore on 3rd January, where the president has inaugurated new psychiatry block, central library complex and hostel building. These have been inaugurated by the president. Also, advanced 3T MRI scanner and DSA machine have been inaugurated. What is MRI scanner? MRI scanner basically scans and provides you images of the brain. Hai na? So it helps you in early diagnosis with any problem if you have in brain like clotting or etc. So MRI is used to scan the brain. Then second, which she has inaugurated, is DSA machine. DSA machine, it basically helps detect the magnitude of brain damage. So rotational angiography के basis पे it tells you magnitude of brain damage, if any, has been caused to the patient. So these two have been inaugurated and other things. Remember, at the National Institute of Mental Health Sciences Conference in Bengaluru, 3rd January. Next, we have Union Road Transport and Highways Minister Nitin Gadkari has announced some projects worth rupees 12,500 crore to improve Delhi's transportation system. So new projects regarding transportation have been announced by the ministry. Okay, like direct connectivity from Delhi to Katra. So Delhi to Katra expressway they will be developing. Then direct connectivity from Jammu and Kashmir and Punjab to Indira Gandhi National Airport and Delhi Mumbai expressway. Then vehicles coming from Dehradun will get alternate connectivity to Indira Gandhi International Airport. So these are the transport routes they are trying to develop to provide direct connectivity between the prominent cities with the airport, connecting them to the airport as well. Next news is MHA, Ministry of Home Affairs, has amended Model Prison Manual 2016 and Model Prisons and Correctional Services Act 2023, which deals with how the prison, should be the rules in the prison, right? So life outside the prison is also governed by the laws, but then you also have laws inside the prison. So these were the rules or set of laws which govern the prison conduct. Model Prison Manual 2016 and Model Prisons and Correctional Services Act 2023. This has been amended by MHA. So what is the new development? New development is, according to the new manual, prison authorities must now strictly prohibit caste-based discrimination, classification and segregation. This is only the catch, and what you have to remember that after these amendments, now they have ruled out that there should not be any caste-based discrimination within the prison as well. Outside the prison, we have laws and we have activities and activists fighting against the caste-based discrimination, but then inside the prison, caste-based discrimination, classification, segregation of the prisoners should not happen. This is the development after the amendment. I hope it is clear. Remember. Also, they have amended the existing definition of habitual offender under this act, earlier into which caste-based certain castes were selected as habitual offenders, but now it will not be there. Habitual offender definition would not depend on any specific caste. This is the thing. Next thing, MHA has informed that India has completed fencing over 9 kilometers of its border with Myanmar. Okay, so fencing has been done at More in Manipur. We are fencing our borders with Myanmar, and in More, Manipur, it has been done. Now, construction of 21 kilometer fencing and road was awarded to BRO. BRO has done this, remember, Border Road Organization. It also is responsible for the development of the border roads, right? Next thing what you need to remember is the static portion from here, that India shares 1,643 kilometers long border with Myanmar. And which are the states which are sharing the border with Myanmar? Remember the name of these states. These are Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, Manipur and Mizoram. So only 4 states you have: Arunachal, Nagaland, Manipur and Mizoram, which are sharing states with the which are sharing border with the Myanmar. Okay, so remember this thing. Next news is Union Cabinet chaired by Prime Minister has approved the proposal of Department of Fertilizer for extension of one-time special package, which is a special subsidy basically. This one-time special package is nothing but a special subsidy on diammonium phosphate, DAP, diammonium phosphate, DAP, beyond the NBS subsidy at rupees 3,500. Okay, remember. 3,500 per metric ton. Okay, remember 3,500 is the subsidy and they have decided to extend it. So what is this DAP? First of all, DAP is diammonium phosphate, which is very important and it provides phosphorus nutrition throughout the crop growth. So basically for the development of crops, DAP is used and it provides them phosphorus based nutrition, which is essential for a better growth of the crops, right? So they will be extending this, and from 1st January only it has been there. What is NBS here? NBS stands for nutrient based subsidy, where government is trying to provide subsidy on the fertilizers or anything which is used as input, which tries to enhance the nutritional capacity of the crops or which provides nutrition to the soil and to the crops for their better growth and development. This is the thing, and DAP pay 3,500 rupees per MT, remember this thing. Then you have Union Cabinet chaired by Prime Minister has approved the continuation of Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana and restructured weather-based crop insurance. Okay, so it has now been continued. Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana, you all must be knowing, provides crop insurance. It provides insurance to the crop against any unprecedented circumstances, weather-based conditions which destroy the crop. Also, the restructured weather-based crop insurance scheme is what? Restructured weather-based crop insurance scheme is specifically designed to monitor and to provide crop insurance based on the weather-based damage caused to these crops. Because of climate change, agriculture sector is highly vulnerable. So changing weather also leads to destruction of crop yields and harvest. These are the insurance which they have decided to continue. So now the continuation period would be up to 25-26. So remember the tenure, it was implemented in 2021. Right from 2021, it has now been decided to extend to 2026. It will be there. And remember, the cabinet has also approved creation of fund for innovation and technology, FIAT, creation of fund for innovation and technology with a corpus of 824.77 crores. Remember, creation of fund for innovation and technology with a corpus of 824.77 crores. This fund will be utilized. This is specific fund which has been created. It will be utilized towards funding technological innovations under these schemes for agriculture development, like, so they will be deploying advanced technologies to monitor the weather-based damage caused to these crops, etc. For these, they have 2 specific schemes. This can be very important, remember. First, YESTEC, and second is WINDS. YESTEC and WINDS. Remember this. What is YESTEC? YESTEC's extension is Yield Estimation System Using Technology. Yield Estimation System Using Technology, where they will be deploying remote sensing technique, okay, with minimum 30% weightage to technology-based estimates, where they will be estimating the crop yield based on remote sensing. At least 30% would be on this basis. So more technical based monitoring and assessment of the yield of the crop so that it can be assessed what exact damage has been caused due to weather based situations. So this is YESTEC. And one very important fact is it is currently being implemented in 9 major states. Remember, Andhra Pradesh, Assam, then you have Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Odisha, Tamil Nadu and Karnataka. These are the 9 major states where they will be implementing YESTEC. Very, very important question is, which is the state which has adopted 100% technology based yield estimation? Remember, Madhya Pradesh. This can be a probable area of question. Madhya Pradesh is the state which has adopted 100% technology based yield estimation. It means what? It means that in Madhya Pradesh, the estimation of the crop yields is done 100% based on the technology. No manual assessment, right? This is the thing. Remember the name of the state, Madhya Pradesh. Then second scheme where they want to deploy this fund for the technical development is WINDS. WINDS stand for Weather Information and Network Data Systems. Weather Information and Network Data Systems. It envisages setting up of automatic weather stations. So they will be establishing automatic weather stations at block level and automatic rain gauges at panchayat level. So they will be establishing weather systems, weather stations and rain gauges. Rain gauges, they will be measuring the amount of rainfall or precipitation which is there, and weather systems, they will be updating you on the local weather. So block level and panchayat level pe they will have. And under winds, 5 times increase in current network density will be there. Whatever network density we have at present for assessment of these things, 5 times it would increase. So it will enhance the capacity of assessing proper damage. And it is also being implemented in 9 major states only, like Kerala, Uttar Pradesh, Himachal, Puducherry, Assam, Odisha, Karnataka, Uttarakhand and Rajasthan. These are the 9 states where it is being developed. Okay, and remember the Union Cabinet has approved 2024-25 as the first year of implementation of WINDS. First year of implementation of WINDS. We have discussed YESTEC and WINDS in quite a depth, so I hope you will be remembering this. Then next is government has launched One Nation, One Subscription scheme starting from 1st January 2025. This is not the subscription for the OTT platforms which you all are seeking, right? But this is the subscription for academic journals, research papers, studies to be accessed by scholars, students, researchers, professors. So government want there should be seamless access to wide range of digital knowledge resources like research papers, journals, academic content using single subscription platform. So government will be bearing the cost and you can access if you are among these categories, like you're working with some institution, you are a student, you are a scholar, you can access these academic resources for free, right? With one subscription only at one platform. So you will not have to go to say JSTOR and subscribe separately and then other platforms. You will be getting this with one subscription. This is the news. As I told you, students, researchers, they will be benefited, and implementation, it is being implemented for 3 years. 25 to 27, it will be in place. Then you have 59th Executive Committee meeting of the National Mission for Clean Ganga. Which edition? 59th. 59th Executive Committee meeting has held of National Mission for Clean Ganga. It was chaired by Director General NMCG Rajiv Kumar Mittal. Has approved certain projects for conservation and rejuvenation of the river Ganga. Okay, worth rupees 272 crores. These are at Chandauli and Manikpur in UP particularly, where they will be establishing state-of-the-art sewage treatment plant with a capacity of 50 million litre per day to be treated in that plant. Supporting structures will also be constructed. So sewage treatment plant they will be establishing, which will be cleaning out the water and helping in restoration, conservation, rejuvenation of river Ganga. So remember this, nothing else is relevant here. Next is Bhopal gas tragedy. 2nd December 1984 is the date on which a very unfortunate incident happened, and from the factory of Union Carbide one of the factories working in this chemical segment. The methyl isocyanate toxic gas, methyl isocyanate, it leaked on 2nd December 1984. So, causing a lot of damage to the nearby people. Still people are suffering, the environment suffered a lot. So, after this thing, 40 years after the tragedy, there was, this is in news because there was a shifting of 377 tons of hazardous waste, which was still there, right? So 377 tons of hazardous waste was carefully, very carefully shifted out from there, and it was taken far from the people or from the public habitation, okay? It was shifted in 12 sealed containers to Pitampur industrial area in Dhar district, where it will be decomposed, okay? This is the thing, that's why it is in news. Moving on to state news. State news mein you have India's first ever coastline weathers bird census. This is important. Coastline weathers bird census. It will begin at, or it has started at Marine National Park and Sanctuary in Jamnagar, Gujarat on 3rd January. So this is first of its kind, that's why it is important. Coastline weathers bird census. This is kind of a bird census. Weathers. Weathers are a specific kind of birds. They are found at the coastal areas. If you look at this picture, this is a bird. They are known as weathers. Weathers, right? So these are weathers. They are coastal birds specifically. The census will be monitoring their population. Okay. Jamnagar se, where it has started, remember, Marine National Park and Sanctuary, Jamnagar, Gujarat, it has started. Gujarat government has approved the creation of a new district. So, there is going to be 34th district of Gujarat named as Vav Tharat. Okay. So, this is going to be 34th district of Gujarat. Remember the name Vav Tharat. Next, you have Punjab government launching Android-based mobile application, State Health Agency Punjab. State Health Agency Punjab. This is to ensure easy access to healthcare services for all the people, and using this as a digital platform, individuals, they can easily check their eligibility for Ayushman Bharat, Mukhyamantri, Sehat Bima Yojana, etc. Other developments on this scheme. So they can access the benefits like this and beneficiary schemes like this via this mobile application Punjab government has launched. Then Maharashtra government has launched a 15-day campaign to promote reading culture among students. Reading culture they want to promote. This much only is relevant in the state news. Next is international. Today in international news, we really have significant news. Okay. So, pay attention in the international news. Lot of important facts are going to be there. India has extended relief assistance of $5 lakh to Vanuatu, which is an island nation located in South Pacific Ocean, okay, for rehabilitation and reconstruction works. Recently, it has witnessed a very devastating earthquake. For that, India is providing assistance. So, just remember this much, nothing else. Moving on to next news. This is important. Denmark, Greece, Pakistan, Panama and Somalia. Remember these names. Denmark, Greece, Pakistan, Panama and Somalia. These are the 5 countries which have recently begun their 2-year term as non-permanent members of United Nations Security Council on 2nd January, UNSC. United Nations Security Council is one of the very important bodies or organs of United Nations. UNSC is very, very powerful body, and these are non-permanent members in UNSC. UNSC may you have P5, the permanent 5 members, right? They exercise their power and it can affect global security. They even have veto powers. For example, China, US, right? They have veto powers. All the permanent 5 members, they have veto powers in UNSC. But apart from permanent members, you have non-permanent members which keep on shifting or rotating. So these are the new non-permanent members who have joined UNSC, very, very important body, which ensures global security. So remember all of the 5 names: Denmark, Greece, Pakistan, Panama and Somalia. They have replaced the existing ones, the earlier ones who were the non-permanent ones. Ecuador, Japan, Malta, Mozambique and Switzerland. As I told you, these are non-permanent members. They are elected by United Nations General Assembly for 2-year terms, okay, with 5 members rotating out each year. So 10 non-permanent members, they are elected by UNGA, General Assembly, for a period of how many years? 2 years, out of which 5 of them, they rotate each year. So these were the 5 countries which have replaced the earlier 5 countries. I hope it is clear. And UNSC members, if you see, 15 are there, 5 permanent and 10 elected members who have 2-year terms, right? 5 permanent members of UNSC, you should be remembering: US, UK, Russia, China and France. US, UK, Russia, China and France. They all have veto power. That means they can exercise their vote in any resolution which has been presented in the UNSC, right? And that's why they have very important say in the global security. Any resolution passed by a country to declare any entity like a terrorist nation, if you don't want to, go in favor of that, you can exercise your veto, and then it can be a threat to the global security. So this is the pro and cons of these kind of veto powers which they exercise. India is still not the permanent member of the United Nations Security Council. There are a lot of hurdles which are there. Quite a long debate it is. You should be reading about this. Go and read about the debate why India has not been able to become the permanent member of UNSC as of now, right? So this is the thing. Then next thing, I hope you will be remembering this news. Next news is Romania and Bulgaria, 2 countries. Remember, Romania and Bulgaria, they have officially joined EU's Schengen zone on 1st January, eliminating land border hurdles. What is the Schengen zone? Schengen zone is basically 29 European countries ka group which have eliminated internal border controls. So in between this Schengen zone, you can move without any visa. So visa free travel is there in the Schengen zone. It was established in 1995. Okay. So it functions like a single state for international travel, where you have unified external border controls and visa policies. Unified visa policies will be there. You will not be required separate documents to travel across these countries. This is the Schengen area. You can see the area marked in the blue. You have countries like your Scandinavian countries like Norway, Sweden, Finland, Navia, Poland, Germany, France, Spain. The blue one is the Schengen area. So 2 countries have also joined this, Romania and Bulgaria. Remember these 2 names, Romania and Bulgaria. Next, we have a new tourist tax has come into effect from Russia. Okay, so Russia has imposed this tourist tax where the travelers are staying in hotels and accommodations, they will contribute an additional 1% of the lodging cost. So if you are going as a tourist to Russia and you are residing in the accommodations and hotels, you will be paying 1% of additional tax onto it, apart from the other cost which you bear, right? So this might be one of the strategies for Russia to raise funds, because recently it has deployed a lot of funds into war with the Ukraine or conflicts with the Ukraine. So 1% tourist tax. Remember which country has introduced? Russia. Moving on to MOUs mergers, we don't have any news from MOUs mergers and acquisition section. Science, Tech and Defense may we have. So Defense Minister Rajnath Singh has visited DRDO headquarters to mark 67th foundation day of the organization on 2nd January. So recently DRDO has celebrated its 67th foundation day. Remember on which date? On 2nd January. DRDO is very important organization in India working for defense research and development. DRDO ka motto is something which you should be remembering. So DRDO's motto is Balasya Moolam Vigyanam, which is strength's origin is in science. So DRDO says strength originates from science. Balasya Moolam Vigyanam. This is the motto of DRDO. Very, very important fact. Write it down separately. Everyone, I'm telling you, write it down separately and remember this. 2025 has been declared as year of reforms by which ministry? By Defense Ministry. This is a very probable area of question, right? So remember and write it down separately. Which year has been declared as Year of Reforms 2025? And by which ministry? Defense Ministry. Defense Ministry has declared 2025 as the Year of Reforms. Remember this fact. You will see questions from this fact in the upcoming examination. 2025 Year of Reforms by Ministry of Defense. I hope you have jotted it down. Then next is Indian Navy will be commissioning 3 indigenously built warships. Nilgiri, Surat and Vagshir. These are the 3 indigenously built which we have built in the domestic country by domestic manufacturers. Which are the names? Nilgiri, Surat and Vagshir. They will be commissioned by Indian Navy on 15th January. Nilgiri is a lead ship of Project 17A stealth frigate class. Stealth frigate class which is having higher stealth capacity that you are able to escape from the enemy's radar. Second is Surat. Surat is the 4th and final ship of the Project 15B stealth destroyer. And Vagshir is the last in the Scorpion class or the Calvary class submarines. We have discussed this thing earlier as well. Vagshir is the last one of the Calvary class or the Scorpion class as globally it is known as. And remember Project 75, I told you. What is Project 75? Project 75 is the project of the Defense Ministry where they are trying to deploy indigenously built ships and vessels in the Indian Navy. So this is for indigenization of Indian Navy, Project 75. And all these 3, Nilgiri, Surat and Vagshir, they have been designed as well as constructed by your Mazgaon Dock Shipbuilders Limited located in Mumbai. Okay, so remember MDL ka headquarters or where is it located? It is based in Mumbai. Mazgaon Dock Shipyards shipbuilders have built these 3 vessels for Navy. The Nilgiri, the Surat and the Vagshir. Remember, talking about indices and rankings and reports. So, according to the 4th biennial update report, okay, biennial update report, India's emissions they fell by 7.93% 2020 compared to 2019. What is this report? This report is published by your UNFCCC, United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change. It shows that India's emissions they have fell down by 7.93%. And the decline in emission intensity of India's GDP is by 36% from 2005 to 2020 levels. Remember this? Emission intensity is how much with the help or with the growing GDP, how much emissions are being incurred, right? Rise in GDP is leading to how much emissions? So that is something which has also declined by 36%. And remember, it says that India is on the track with its climate goals, aiming to reduce GDP emission intensity by 45% by 2030 and achieve 50% electric power capacity from non-fossil fuels. So this is the goal which India has. You should be remembering all these renewable energy goals and related goals like net zero emission target. By which year do we want to achieve? Tell me, anyone. Tell me all these questions in the comment section. If you are unable to recall them now, later on you can answer them in the comment section. Tell me what is the year India has set as a target to achieve its net zero emissions target. And remember this, GDP emission intensity we want to reduce by 45% by 2030. So we are very close. 36% we have already done, right? And UNFCCC, since in news, so its headquarters also become important. It is headquartered at Bonn, Germany. Remember, Bonn, Germany, it is headquartered at. Okay. Talking about awards, very, very important ones. We really have important awards today. So remember them. Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports has announced National Sports Awards 2024 on 2nd January. 2nd January, National Sports Awards have been announced. First category, Major Dhyan Chand Khel Ratna Award 2024. Major Dhyan Chand Khel Ratna Award. 4 sports persons have been awarded with this. Gukesh D from chess, Harmanpreet Singh from hockey, Praveen Kumar para athletics and Manu Bhakar shooting. These are the 4 candidates who have been awarded with Major Dhyan Chand Khel Ratna Award. Then next, you have Arjuna Awards. Arjuna Awards for Outstanding Performance in Sports and Games 2024. Total 32 winners are there for Arjun Awards. Total 32 winners. So you need not remember all the names of the 32 winners. You can remember these names like you have Vantika Agrawal, chess player, and 17 para athletes are there. So Vantika Agrawal is awarded with Arjuna Award, not the Dhyanchand Award. Remember this. And total 32 awards are there. Arjuna Award Lifetime. So that was in the regular category. Lifetime Award. What is the difference between this regular and lifetime award? See, lifetime award is you, even if you have retired, you are in any way associated with the sport and you are working for the development, betterment of the sport and the associated people. So Arjuna Awards Lifetime for Outstanding Performance has been awarded to two people. Remember, Shri Sucha Singh from athletics and Shri Murlikant Rajaram Pedkar from para swimming. Then next you have Dronacharya Award. Dronacharya Award is awarded to the best coaches because Dronacharya was a guru, right? Was a coach. So Dronacharya Award for Outstanding Coaches in Sports. Regular category mein you have Subhash Rana for parachuting, Deepali Deshpande for shooting, Sandeep Sangwan for hockey. In lifetime category, Dronacharya Award has been awarded to S. Muralidharan for coaching under badminton and Armando Angelo Colaco for football. So these are the awards from sports. And Rashtriya Khel Protsahan Puraskar has been given to Physical Education Foundation of India. Rashtriya Khel Protsahan Award has been given to Physical Education Foundation of India. Now, since current affairs mein whatever awards they have been awarded to, we have discussed, the static is also important. What is the amount? Because recently they have revised the amount which is given under all these awards. So you must be remembering all the static portion. We have given you the content, you just have to remember this thing, right? So National Sports Awards ka static it is. First, what is the name of the award? Dronacharya Award. It was instituted in which year? 1985. It is awarded to eminent coaches. What is the prize money? 10 lakh in the regular category and 15 lakh in the lifetime category. 10 lakh and 15 lakh in regular and lifetime achievement category respectively. Remember, second, Arjuna Awards. 1961 mein they were started. It is given to players who have exhibited exemplary performance in their respective field consistently for 4 years. Remember, लगातार 4 साल से if you are performing best in your sports, you are eligible for Arjuna Awards. What is the prize money? 15 lakh rupees. 15 lakh rupees. These prize money, they have been revised. So it is also current affairs. Okay. Next, Dhyanchand Award for Lifetime Achievements. You have 2002. It was installed for sports persons who have contributed to sports by performance. Okay. Even after retirement, as I told you, what is the lifetime award? That you are still contributing to this sport after retirement. What is the amount? Rupees 10 lakh. And Major Dhyan Chand Khel Ratna Award, instituted in 91-92 for outstanding performance in field of sports, again for a period of 4 years immediately preceding the year during which the award has been given. तो जिस साल अवार्ड दिया जाना है उससे पहले लगातार 4 साल आपकी परफॉर्मेंस के बेसिस पे यू आर सिलेक्टेड फॉर अर्जुना अवार्ड और मेजर ध्यानचंद खेल रत्न अवार्ड. Prize under this is rupees 25 lakh. So maximum prize is being provided under Major Dhyan Chand Khel Ratna Award. Remember these things. I hope you have learned a lot today, right? From the sports category, and you must remember these facts. Then books, if we talk about books, we have one book in news, Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh Through the Ages. It has been released by Home Minister Amit Shah, compiled by Indian Council of Historical Research and National Book Trust, published in Hindi and English, where they will be telling you how Jammu Kashmir has evolved over time in the present state, what it is having. Also talking about the scrapping of 370, Article 370, etc. Then we have World Blitz Chess Championship title. Very important, remember, 2024 has been clinched by the legendary Magnus Carlsen from Norway. And women category mein the winner is Zhu Wenzhun from China. Appointments mein you have Air Marshal Jitendra Mishra appointed as Chief of Indian Air Force's Western Command. Ajay Kumar Bhalla appointed as Manipur Governor. Rajendra Vishwanath Arlekar, 23rd Governor of Kerala, appointed as 23rd Governor. Arif Muhammad Khan appointed as 42nd Governor of Bihar. These were the important appointments, nothing else in 1st January PDF. That is it for 1st January CA. A lot of important news we have covered. Now it's time for the top 5 MCQs and I hope you will be answering them. So, is the short series in front of you. First question. Which of the following countries have officially joined the European Union's Schengen zone on 1st Jan 2025? Remember, I have highlighted the date because I am asking you in the question specifically those countries which have joined on 1st Jan. You might have the other existing members in the options, but tell me the countries who have joined recently on 1st January. What is the correct option here? Very good. B is the right option. Romania and Bulgaria. Romania and Bulgaria. These are the two countries which have recently joined the Schengen area. Romania and Bulgaria. Next question. Union Cabinet has approved creation of fund for innovation and technology with a corpus of 824.77 crore rupees for deployment of technology in agriculture sector, weather monitoring, etc. We have discussed this thing. Read these statements accordingly and tell me which one of them is incorrect. You have to tell me the incorrect statements out of these. Tell me the incorrect statement. Read them carefully. If you can identify the incorrect one. Very good, Rahul. Very good. So, Rahul Sai, very good. Uttar Pradesh is not the option here, right? So, all these statements are correct. C is incorrect. It is MP. Uttar Pradesh is not there. Madhya Pradesh has adopted 100% technology-based yield estimation. Very good. So, next question. Question number 3. Which of the following players is not a recipient of the Major Dhyan Chand Khel Ratna Award 2024? Not a recipient of Major Dhyan Chand Khel Ratna Award. Tell me. Not a recipient of Major Dhyan Chand Khel Ratna Award. Very good. Correct option is E. Vantika Agrawal. E is the right option. Vantika Agrawal is not a recipient of Major Dhyan Chand Khel Ratna Award. Okay. Vantika Agrawal is recipient of which of the awards? Arjuna Award, right? Next. 5 countries recently have assumed responsibility as elected members of UN Security Council. Which of them is not among them? Which of the following is not among them? Which of the following countries is not a part of the 5 countries which have recently been elected by UNGA to be the 5 non-permanent members of the UNSC? Tell me quickly. The correct option is E, Sudan. It is not Sudan, it is Somalia, right? It is not Sudan, it is Somalia. So Denmark, Greece, Pakistan, Panama and Somalia. These are the 5 countries. Sudan is not there. Last question of the short series. According to a recent data shared by Labour Ministry, the employment generation growth in India has witnessed a remarkable growth of how many percent for the last 10 years? 2014 to 2024. How much percentage growth employment generation has witnessed in the economy? Tell me. How much percentage of growth for the last 10 years employment generation has witnessed in India? What is the correct option here? Anyone? Option C, 36% if you remember, right? 36%. We have witnessed 36% of employment generation growth in the past 10 years. So remember this figure, it can be asked in the examinations, 36%. Okay, so that was it for the short series. And the 1st January CA, a lot of important facts we have discussed. Some important countries, they are joining of some groups, international organizations. Sports may, whatever we have discussed today is something which is definitely an area of questions for all the upcoming examination, right? So revise the sports which we have discussed today very religiously. I hope the class was useful for you. Whatever we have discussed, you have understood that. And you can still ask me the questions if you don't understand anything in the class. I'm always there for you, right? Thank you so much for being there and stay tuned. I will be meeting you in the next session. Till then, have a great day. Thank you.